Previously, Aerith requested that Iridian send a coded message to her sister via sending. She agreed to meet them later that afternoon at the spot in Amon. Meanwhile, Ceres had a talk with her newly discovered sibling. Jonas told her that they were going to help the refugees that the group rescued get to relative safety before heading back to visit their parents. Then Nothram went to work trying to find the staff that they'd come looking for in the first place. Gwe summoned her Pegasus mount again, and she and Aerith went flying over the swamp looking for signs of the staff, with some help from the Locate Object spell. They eventually found a barren area with a giant sinkhole in the center, guarded by a Dracolich. Locate Object made it clear that the staff was somewhere underground. After heading back to get the others, the group came up with a plan, of sorts, at least. Iridian used magic to enter the ethereal plane and make his way past the various undead guards into the sinkhole, which was full of even more terrifying creatures. After a solo battle with phase spiders, he continued looking around and found where he thought the staff was located. Iridian dropped his spell and returned to the material plane to send a message to Zallar, letting him know that everything was fine so far and what he'd seen. In the handful of seconds between him sending that message and the group replying, he was attacked by one of the creatures in the lair, staying conscious at 1 HP solely because he'd cast Death Ward on himself before going in. He used Word of Recall to send himself back to Amon, just in time to get a reply from Zallar, telling him to be careful and to get out of there if he thought he was in danger. Iridian quickly let the group know about the change in circumstances, telling them to leave, emphatically. At which point, Arian and Zallar decided to turn themselves invisible and use Dimension Door to teleport into the lair and try to find the staff. Thanks to several very, very, very lucky rolls, as well as a well-timed blinding, the two of them managed to, mostly, avoid the creature that attacked Iridian and find the magical wall that the staff was hidden behind. Arian used Disintegrate to make it crumble, at which point a star-spawn larva mage, not that either of them knew what it was, came blasting out to attack them. After a rather close fight, they got their hands on the staff and teleported away. Nothram quickly moved away from the clearing so Zallar could cast Teleportation Circle and send them to Amon. They picked up a slightly battered Iridian at the Temple of the Archheart before hurrying to meet Aerith's sister. And that's where we left off.